Moving on to other stories for now. All this week we are taking a closer look at energy and what we can do to conserve it and what happens if we don't. They say there is no place like home, but what if home means living near a transmission line? What are the dangers it poses and why do people choose to stay? Ruth Cabal has that story.
In April, a fire broke out in an area beside a transmission tower occupied by informal settlers in Alabang, Muntinlupa City. The situation weakened the foundation of the power facility and caused it to lean over a portion of the South Luzon Expressway. The said tower is part of the Binyan-Muntinlupa 230 kilovolt transmission line. These towers support lines that transmit high-voltage power over long distances from power plants to communities. The NGCP says the lines carry a minimum of 69,000 volts.
Yung lumalabas sa mga outlet natin, that's only 220 volts. Imagine what will happen to the human body. We can go as high as 500,000 volts.
Christopher Serse knows well the dangers these transmission lines pose. He has burn marks over half of his body from injuries after an electrical wire connected to a transmission tower exploded in 2013 in Ambuklao, Barangay Baisa in Quezon City.
Inaktat po namin. So yung isa kong kasama na maliit pa, pinalo niya po yan eh.
Tapos?
Bigla pong sumabog. Ay, nagkaganda na nga po ako.
But the accident did not discourage the Serse family from staying here in Ambuklao, a few meters from the transmission tower of the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines or NGCP.
Wala naman kami ibang pupuntahan. Ano lang naman, mag-iingat na lang.
Here in Baisa, Novaliches, there are 4 230 kilovolt transmission towers. The NGCP says they are given a 40-meter right-of-way clearance around the tower based on their contract with the government. The NGCP only operates and manages transmission facilities, but these facilities, including the land where they are standing, are still owned by the government. On Mendez Street, there are obvious right-of-way violations and residents admit they are squatting in the area.
We will try to check on some of the houses that are built literally around the transmission towers. As you can see, there's virtually like a small community built around the base of the tower. Just on this second floor, I'm counting around 5 rooms.
There are 2 sari-sari stores just within this area on the base of the tower. A resident even has a small backyard poultry farm. A new house is under construction. On rooftops, Meralco power cables serve as clothesline.
Pinag-iingatan namin na mangyari hindi dapat mangyari eh. Oo nga, oo. Pero tingin ko, safe naman kayo dito. Okay naman. May kuryente daw yung tower. Wala naman, di na kuryente na sana kami.
2 towers were constructed in 1961, the other 2 in 1994. When the NGCP began operating the government-owned transmission lines in 2009, it also inherited the informal settlers and obstructions that were added through the years, such as fully grown trees and poles. The Quezon City government has agreed to clear the area and find a relocation site for the estimated 15,000 informal settlers in Barangay Baisa. Those not availing of relocation will be given a one-time financial assistance of 30,000 pesos.
Ang aming usapan ho ng National Grid, pag nakita na ho namin, we will turn it over to them at sila na ho magbabantay.
The NGCP is hoping to come up with similar agreements with other local governments.
We are willing to help. But then it really depends on the LG because we're a private company and we have no authority to go in and forcibly evict them.
Aside from informal settlers and obstructions, the NGCP has to deal with uncooperative landowners hosting NGCP towers and other facilities. Some even reportedly charge rental fees from NGCP for temporary right-of-way easement. The NGCP filed court cases against several landowners who violate right-of-way clearances. The NGCP is considering a long-term solution, criminalizing construction of homes, planting of trees, and putting up other obstruction near transmission lines under the Anti-Power Line Disturbance Bill. The NGCP says obstructions near transmission lines may cause contact to and tripping of lines leading to blackouts. While NGCP commits to modernizing the power transmission network, it hopes residents and local officials would respect the company's right-of-way to make sure electricity is delivered to almost all of the country and that communities are kept safe. Ruth Cabal, CNN Philippines.